Welcome back to Let's Try to Play. Today we're going to be playing some Galaxy Clicker. Now this game is a little bit different than most clickers that I've played. Usually you just click on here and you get more gems or money, whatever the currency is in the game. But this one you got to hold down to speed up the orbit of the planets. And we have that little energy bar on the bottom right that once that goes down, we explode. And our orbit goes down to basically 0. We got a lot of upgrades over here. And we're starting off with like 4,500 gems because I opened this game and I just kind of let it sit for a minute. So since we have so much money, let's go ahead and just add a bunch of planets. Oh, and we got a reward. Cool. So we reached level 3. And we're just going to add as many planets as we can. And it looks like that is the max amount of planets that we can have. But we can merge them, or we can increase our stamina, increase our income, or increase the speed. I'm assuming the speed is the rotation speed. Right now we're at 40 per second. If we merge them, oh, we have to enter a planet name. Well, since the planet's red, we're going to name it Bloody Uranus. But we leveled up again to level 4, so we'll claim that reward, and we'll merge planets again. And we're still only at 40 per second, so I'm not sure what merging the planets actually does for us. Well, we bought a bunch of more planets, and then we'll go ahead and merge those as well. Yeah, we're still only at 60 per second. So merging the planets doesn't seem to increase our income. It just allows us to add more planets. We have 4.62k, so we're going to go ahead and increase our income a few times. And that brought us up to 73.7 per second. And then we'll increase our speed. Why not? And let's go ahead and hold this down and see how fast we can get this going. Up to 114 per second. And then over to the right, we have a new system, which costs 10,000. So we can unlock that pretty soon, honestly. But I want to work on this one a little bit more. But before we get too far into it, I just want to remind you guys, hit that subscribe button. We're getting so close to 2k subscribers. And also thank you for the support on the last few videos. I know it's been a week since I've uploaded. My friend was getting married and I helped out with his wedding stuff, but we're back on the grind now. So let's go ahead and add another planet and another planet. And why not? Let's add one more. So I think the red planets are the best that we can get, at least on this galaxy. Yeah, because this one has 3 rings where this one only has 2. Okay, so I'm going to increase my stamina a bunch, just as much as I can. That way I can hold this down and increase our gems per second for as long as possible. And while holding down, we're at 152 per second, which isn't amazing. I want to get a lot more money. So we're at 6.4k. I think we're just going to save up to 10k to buy this next galaxy, because that seems like the most efficient thing. And we'll get there in like a minute, so it's not a big deal. And we leveled up our system, so we got a reward for 12.4k, so we'll just grab that. And now we can unlock this. Go ahead and do that, and let's add a planet. Ooh, and what do we want to name this planet? We're going to name it Diarrhea. With just one planet, we're at 1.4k per second on this system. So let's just add as many planets as we can. We're just up to 3.9k per second. And does merging these increase it? It does. Okay, and we unlocked another planet. And for this planet, we're just going to randomize it like 10 times, and we're going to settle with Prismatic Infinity. All right, so at least for this one, merging actually increases our gems per second, because we're at 6.4k. And we're at level 2 now, so we got a reward of 187k. That's pretty good. And we're just going to spend all of that on adding new planets. And we are broke again, but we can merge those, bring us up to 12.6k per second. Let's go ahead and increase our speed is just as much as we can, and then increase our income, and then we might as well increase our stamina. And let's just hold this down. And how much does that bring us up to per second? 24.6k. Nice. And how much is the next galaxy? This costs 5 million. That won't take very long. Okay, so we're at 530k. As soon as I hold this down for the longest time that it can, that brings us up to basically 700,000. Oh, and we just got a new system level up, so let's go ahead and claim that. Now we're at 1.84 million, so we'll add a few more planets, and then we'll merge those, and then we can actually merge these ones and unlock another new planet. But we're at 24.6k per second right now. Let's see if it brings us up or down while merging these, because a lot of these games it actually goes down. So we merged some and it did go down to 11.2k per second, which is not ideal. But we unlocked a new planet, and this one kind of looks like Earth, so we'll just name it Earth. It's kind of got that vibe to it. Let's increase our income, our speed, and our stamina, and let's hold this down. And looking at this, there's a lot of planets that we can unlock, so this might be a 2-parter. All right, we have 1.2 million, so we can add another planet, bring us up to 15.3k per second. Still not as good as where we were at before, but that's okay. We'll increase our income again, and we'll increase our stamina a couple times. And we just reached level 4, and we got a reward for 2.4 million, so we'll go ahead and claim that. So we'll add one more planet, bring us up to 17.6k per second, but we'll merge those, bring us up to 21.1k. And I want to just increase our speed as much as we can. We can do that 3 times, so now whenever I click on this, that's going fast now, and it brings us up to 34.6k per second. So we're finally back to about where we were at before we made this big planet. We'll go ahead and increase our income a couple times, and then our stamina a couple times, and we'll just hold this down, make these guys go really fast. And I found out if you just let go right when it gets to the red, you don't explode, and that doesn't slow you down. I mean, it slows you down, but it doesn't freeze it. So if we hold it all the way down until it explodes, it stops and we drop down to 0, which is not ideal. And we're actually about to reach level 5, and hopefully that'll give us enough to unlock the next system over here for 5 million. All right, level 5 gave us 2.3 million. We can watch an ad to double it, but we're not going to do that. So it didn't give us quite enough to reach the next system, but that's okay. We can spend our money on adding a new planet, increasing our income, and increasing our speed and our stamina. We're about 1.5 million off of level 6, and once we reach level 6, we will 100% have enough to buy the next system. So I'm just going to save up for that. So as long as the reward is above 2 million, we can buy the next system. And then after we buy the next system, what I want to do is I want to go back to the first system and see if we can max it out. All right, 3.5 out of 3.6, so we're almost there, and there it is. Reward is 3.6 million. We'll grab that, come over here and unlock this new system. All right, we're at 28.2k per second. Adding one planet over here brings us up to 53.2k. And of course, we got to name our new planet, and because it's green, we're going to name it Boogerous, because it kind of looks like a booger. Yeah, no, it definitely looks like just a ball of snot. And then of course, we're just going to spend all of our $4 million on adding as many planets as we can. And now we're at 1.78k per second, and if we're holding this down, that brings us up to 253.2k per second. And we got level 2 on this system for a reward of 3.7 million, so we'll claim that. Now let's merge these planets, and what is this one going to be called? You know what? I can't think of a name, so we're just going to randomize it again, and Supernatural Radiance it is. We'll merge one more time. Now we're at 178k per second, and we have $10 million, so we might as well add a couple more planets. And then we'll merge those ones, bringing us up to 253k per second. And we don't want to merge these three because that'll drop us down. Well, let's increase our income a few times until we're broke, and then we'll increase our speed, and then we'll increase our stamina. All right, let's see if we hold this down, how fast are these orbiting now? You know, not super fast, and we exploded. All right, cool. We have 11 million, so I'm going to go back to the first one and see if we can max this guy out. Now we're officially maxed out on this system. This system will take a little bit longer to max out, so we're going to focus on this system, and then once we get to the next system, which costs 500 million, we'll max out this one. But for now, let's add a couple more planets on here. Don't want to merge them. Ooh, and we just got another level up, and with a reward of 22 million this time. Nice. So let's just keep buying planets, I guess. And we can only buy 2 because now we're broke again. But we can increase our income and increase our stamina a couple times. We're just going to go back and forth on these until we're broke. And that didn't take very long. But now we can hold this down, and while holding it down, we're at 703,000 per second. So now let's increase our speed a few times, and let's see how fast this goes now. All right, let's hold it down. It's winding up. Yep. That is speedy. That brought us up to 858,000 per second. So I'm scared to merge these because I don't want these 3 to merge. I want these ones to merge. The closest one, the boogers. Oh, level up really quick. 50 million. Thank you. Because if the 3 outer ones merge, our income is going to go down. But we have 87 million, so let's not even worry about it. Let's try merging it and see what happens. Perfect. So it goes this one out. Perfect. That's exactly what I want to see. We could merge and unlock another planet, but it will bring our income down per second, and I don't really want to do that. So let's just keep buying planets, and every time we can merge in here, let's merge these ones. Let's add another 3 planets and go ahead and merge them. Now we could get 2 of the next planet because we have 6 of these now. I think that'll just drop our income pretty significantly. I don't want to do that quite yet, but what we can do is add a couple more planets, and we reached level 5 on this system, so we got a reward of 82.9 million. So we'll go ahead and claim that, and so we'll add a few more planets again. We're at 5 of the boogers, so once we can get 1 more, we'll merge those, and then I think that'll max out the secondary ring. Actually, it might not max out our secondary ring, but we'll still merge them together anyways. So let's merge the first one, and we just gotta save up a little bit to merge the second 3. There we go. Let's merge those now. So now we're at 1 million a second without holding down. While holding, that brings us up to 1.5 million. All right, so we're at 1 million. I'm gonna try to just merge 3 of these guys and see if it increases or decreases. Let's go ahead and merge. It didn't change enough for me to see. We unlocked a new planet, and of course we're just going to randomize this. Sublime Genesis. That doesn't make any sense for a red and orange planet, but let's go for it. And we got a system level up again with a reward of 127 million. So I don't know if these completely outer ones actually increase or it just gives us more space, because it didn't change our income at all. Oh, I guess it did go down because now when we're holding, we're at 1.4 instead of 1.5. I see. So we'll go ahead and just spend all of our money on adding more planets, and then we'll merge those 3. Let's increase our income and our speed, and we might as well increase our stamina a couple times as well. Now while holding down, we're at 1.8 million per second. And I think at this point, if we just save up, it'll be worth it to unlock the new system because we're at 1.2 million per second, and these upgrades are getting expensive over here. I mean, not as expensive as over here, but over here we'll be making a lot more money. And especially with the level up rewards, I think by the time we get level 8, we'll have enough. Let's find out. So level 7, we got 146 million. We're halfway there, and we got to get another 180 million before we even get the next level up reward. So by the time we hit level 8, it'll be no problem. So we have a 6x income multiplier right here, and unfortunately, I have ad blocker, so it's not going to let me get it. I've whitelisted the page, but I got to refresh, and hopefully it doesn't delete all of our progress. I just refreshed. Hopefully it didn't delete all of our progress. It did not, but it got rid of that 6x reward, so we're going to have to wait for that to pop up again, but we can actually get it the next time we see it. And we're actually almost at level 8, and we exploded. Gosh darn it. So we're just about to be able to go to the next system. We got about 1 million. There we go. 181 million. We'll claim that, and that'll allow us to buy the next system. We're going to go ahead and just spam as many planets as we can, and we're just going to randomize each one of these once. All right, we can afford 5, and that brought us up to 4.3 million per second. So let's actually buy one more and then merge these two, and we'll just randomize mystical equinox. Perfect. And we got another reward, 93 million. Thank you. And we'll merge these guys. Does that bring us down? I don't know. We'll add a couple more planets in, and we got our 6x income multiplier, so we're going to go ahead and get that really quick, and then we'll go ahead and hold this down while that 6x multiplier is going on, because that brings us up to 54.2 million per second, and we got another level up. We'll claim that. We're at 1.1 billion. Yeah, we're doing all right, and the 6x is just about up. There it goes, and that left us with 1.5 billion dollars. And you know how we're going to spend that? By just adding as many planets as we can. But actually first I want to see how much this costs. This costs 10 billion. Okay, so let's just add as many planets as we can, and we got to merge these guys, add more. And that brought us up to 10 million per second without holding, and while holding we get up to 15.4 million. So let's actually increase our income just a bunch of times. We have $1 billion, and income will only cost 25 million. So let's just go ahead and increase that as many times as we can. So I'm actually just gonna let this sit for a little bit, not because I have food ready or anything, but anyways, I'm gonna let it sit for like 10-15 minutes, and we'll just see where we're at after that. All right, food has been eaten, and we got a reward here for 1.9 billion, so we'll claim that, and we're at 9.5 billion basically. So let's go ahead and hold that down. And how much did the next one cost? Only 10 billion. So technically we could go ahead and buy the next one in like just a few seconds here. Let's go ahead and unlock the new system, and we still can't buy a planet, but that's okay. We just have to come over here and click for just a little bit longer. There we go. We should be able to buy our first planet over here, and this brings us up to 149 million per second. And of course we'll randomize this a few times. We'll just spam click, and galactic eclipse. You know what, we'll do that as a little tribute to my in-game name. For you guys that don't know, my in-game name is usually galactic. So let's go ahead and buy another planet over here, and that brought us up to 284 million per second. While holding down, we get up to 419 million per second. All right, so let's go ahead and add a few more planets. And we got a system level up reward of 20 billion. And this one only has 2 rings. Why do we only have 2 rings here? We have more rings over here. We do have more rings over here, and 2 stars. Ooh. Let's just go ahead and buy more planets and just max it out. There we go. Max out over here. We're at 1 billion per second. So let's go back over here and let's max out this one if we can. We have 43 billion. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to max it out, but we're going to try. All right, looks like this is as far as we can get on maxing out this planet. So not terrible, but not amazing. Let's just merge a couple planets, and we'll randomize this to Nebular Radiance. Perfect. Sounds like a good name. And of course, we're going to watch an ad for our 6x income. We got that. We'll watch an ad for our extra planet as well. And so we got an extra planet, and let's just hold this down. We're at 6x income, 11.5 billion per second. Claim that. Keep going, and actually we'll just add as many planets as we can while we have that, just to increase our income even more. And we're at 15.2, and it's about to drop down to 2.5. Oh no. How much does this next upgrade cost? 500 billion. We're at 342. You know what? We ain't saving up yet. We want to do more on this planet. So let's merge a couple of these guys, buy more planets. And actually, we might be able to max this one out. And we are just about maxed out. We have all that we can on the outer ring. I think we can buy a couple more on the inner ring. We should be able to get 2 more on the inner ring, I think. And while holding down, we're at 4.8 billion per second. So that's pretty good. And we haven't even increased our income on any of these. Does increasing our income on these guys increase everything? Because we might as well go back to the beginning and increase our income as much as we can on these guys. I think it might only affect this system. Of course, we got our 6x income, so we're going to go ahead and watch another ad for that. All right, we got that reward, so let's go ahead and do that. And what does the freeze do? I'm kind of curious, so we'll watch that as well. Ooh, and we got a system level up reward. I don't know what the freeze does. What does the freeze do? Our 6x multiplier is basically gone. Now it is gone. Oh, the freeze is just our stamina. We can just infinitely hold down. That's awesome. And we've officially crossed over into the trillions. Freeze is just about up, and once this freeze goes away, I'm gonna go ahead and go on to the next planet, or the next system, sorry. And then adding 1 planet brings us up to 3.6 billion. That doesn't seem amazing, but we'll name this planet Supernatural Sanctuary, and let's just add as many planets as we can, because we have 650 billion, and these upgrades are actually kind of cheap over here. Randomized planet again, Astral Horizon. Perfect. Merge. So I'm just going to keep buying and merging until we've maxed out as much as we can. All right, so we're kind of broke again. So we have auto hold and freeze. So let's actually buy that or watch an ad for that. And while that's going, we might as well just add a new planet, increase our income a few times, increase our stamina. Actually, stamina doesn't really matter. Let's increase our speed. System level up 220 billion. Thank you. We'll add a couple more planets with that. Those upgrades have finally worn off, and now we're back to the little peasant, have to click and hold ourselves. Next system costs 5 trillion. And how many planets do we have unlocked? Ooh, we have a lot unlocked already. So we're about halfway through. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through all the way to the start and just see if we can max out literally everything. All right, speed is max, and that's going pretty quick. We don't need to max out our stamina because we're not here clicking on it, but when we do click on it, and yep, that's going fast now. Then we'll move on to the next one and increase our speed. Got that maxed out. And then we'll go ahead and add our planets in. This is almost maxed out, but it got expensive. And this guy, we can definitely just max out our speed really quick. And we might as well just add all of our planets as well. Increase our speed on this guy. Add as many planets as we can. And this guy is maxed out on planets already. And then we're back to our current system, and we'll just add as many planets as we can here. And saying that we're about halfway through, it is a good spot to end today's video. If you guys want to see the part 2 of this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and a comment down below. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.